right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Hail larger than golf balls for some tonight. Even stronger storms are possible in less than 24 hours. Your Weather First team is tracking the timing and threats.
He was just 14, a teen stabbed and killed steps away from his school.
I'm like, Justin, no, this can't be the right kid.
Tonight, the victim's former coach shares his shock and disbelief as we learn more about what may have led to the deadly fight. And only on 5 on your side, crooks caught on camera breaking into a South City church at the center of controversy. First tonight, severe storms drop hail on the bi-state. We have reports of pea to golf ball size hail on both sides of the river. The threat of more storms overnight has us in a weather alert tonight. Right now, most of the region is under a severe thunderstorm watch. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Let's get straight over to Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell, who is tracking this next round of storms.
You know, we've had rough storms tonight around St. Louis for sure. Most of the metro area not seeing a whole lot, but there were pockets where if you got under that intense cell, this is what you saw, hail up to the size of quarters, even in some cases golf balls. Jamie shared that from Redbud, said the hail lasted pea size up to just over quarters for 20 minutes. Had the same story coming out of Ruma, Illinois as well. Right now, those areas south of St. Louis have eased, but to the north, we still have some thunderstorms. The warnings, though, have all expired. There was one up in Lincoln County, but no reports of any really large hail with that cell as it's going by north of Troy now, heading up towards Eolia. It's headed towards Ellsbury. Again, our northern counties may see some smaller hail, but the severe weather threat winding down. This area out to the west, not so much so. You've got really big hail out around and east and north of Kansas City, and even a couple of tornadoes in there, and then big storms out around Topeka and north of Topeka. This area is what we'll be watching for tomorrow morning because we expect it to congeal into a big, large area. And as it slides towards us tomorrow morning, we'll see some rain, but not severe weather with that. It sets the stage for tomorrow afternoon's severe potential. Right now, just a few counties north and west of St. Louis, including St. Charles, Lincoln, and Warren, remain under a severe thunderstorm watch. That's likely to be canceled either early or expire on time at 11 o'clock. We'll see in a few minutes, Mike.
And remember, you can get the latest Weather First forecast anytime. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll send you a link. We are following some breaking news in the sports world. Travis Ford has been fired as the head coach at St. Louis U. The Billikens lost tonight in the second round of the A-10 conference tournament, and the writing was on the wall. The Bills haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2019, and this year, in Ford's 8th season as head coach, SLU went just 5-13 in conference play. Sports director Frank Cusimano is working to get reaction from Ford, and we'll have much more coming up in sports.
Developing tonight, St. Louis homicide detectives are investigating a shooting in North City. It happened about 2 hours ago on Pope Avenue near West Florissant and O'Fallon Park. Police say a woman was shot in the head. No word on what led to the shooting or if police have made any arrests. Tonight, police are searching for the person who stabbed and killed a 14-year-old boy outside his North County school.
Today, grief counselors were on hand at Jennings Junior High. New tonight, 5 on your side's Brent Solomon is live in Jennings after catching up with the boy's former coach. Brent.
That's right, Mike. Tonight, those tributes are pouring in for 14-year-old Justin Brooks. His former coach recalls a quiet young boy who loved sports. The news hit hard.
That we've had an opportunity to impact their lives.
Pine Lawn Mayor Terry Epps taking a walk down memory lane. This field is where he coached young boys for the City Rec Junior Rams football team in St. Louis, here at the Wall Recreation Center. He remembers Justin Brooks.
This is where he started at 6 years old.
Brooks is the 14-year-old stabbed to death outside of Jennings Junior High School Tuesday afternoon.
I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I remember and I know him. I knew the character of this kid, a quiet kid, a kid that was a yes sir, no sir, didn't have no problems with, always did as he was asked to do.
A day after the crime, 5 on your side returned to the neighborhood. Police stepped up patrols outside of the school, and counselors were on hand to help students grieve. Parents are grieving too.
That's somebody's life that just got snatched. They mama thought that they dropped their child off at school and their child was gonna come back home. And their child did not come back home. That could have been my child. And I just wish somebody would just come forward and say what you did.
We obtained this video neighbors captured Monday showing a fight involving students on the same street where Brooks was killed the next day. They believe Tuesday's incident was retaliation.
Can't say from my perspective how great a kid he was, because that's all I knew.
Police continue to investigate the crime, and one day later, still no motive, no suspects. But we'll continue to follow this one. We're live in Jennings tonight. Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
We're also learning new details tonight about the teenager who was critically injured following a fight near Hazelwood East High School. The family of 16-year-old Kaylee Gaines says she's still in a coma and may have permanent brain damage. Video from Friday's attack has gone viral on social media. A 15-year-old girl is accused of slamming her head into the ground several times. 5 on your side has learned a hearing could take place in the next few weeks to decide if she will be tried as an adult.
Caught on camera, burglars broke into a South St. Louis church 3 times in just the last week, caused massive damage, and stole thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Mount of Olives Ministry is the same church where last month a woman told police she was held captive and tortured. 5 on your side's Robert Townson has the story you will only see here tonight.
Security cameras caught the stunning crime at Mount of Olives Ministry in South St. Louis on video last Wednesday night.
When I went to open up this door, the whole thing fell sideways because they had popped the pins out of it.
Pastor Arlie Singleton is the former owner and a supporter of the church near Marceau in South Minnesota. He says several burglars in hooded jackets and caps broke through the church's metal basement door and got inside.
I would say they were conniving. They were opportunistic, and they didn't care about other people.
He says you can see one of the guys had a gun in his hand. Behind him, another crook carried 2 small luggage bags as they and others fanned across the church.
They had piled a lot of items here in the room to take.
From the foyer,
they had pictures of some of the leaders of the church that was here on the wall, and they ripped them all down.
To rooms near the sanctuary.
They stole every computer, every monitor.
To every office, including the pastor's.
Every single chair in here is sliced.
Singleton says the burglars caused more than $30,000 in damage during the 3 break-ins.
She's a very sweet lady. I've known her for quite a few years, and her heart is just broken.
The crooks definitely didn't show this church any mercy. You can see they also cut the glass out of these wooden doors, and once inside this sanctuary, they also damaged stained glass windows. You can see cracks are now embedded in these windows. What's more, the criminals carved an offensive message on the pastor's desk and on another piece of furniture. Pastor Singleton says it is no surprise after a woman accused 3 men of holding her captive at the church.
I just think these poor people, they have been through waves of trauma.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And as a result of the break-ins, the congregation will have to cancel service at their church on Sunday.
A verdict tonight in a highly anticipated trial involving baby formula. It's a case the I-Team has been following for months. Just hours ago, a St. Clair County jury found Meade Johnson liable and awarded the plaintiff $60 million. That's $35 million more than prosecutors asked for. The company was accused of failing to warn parents about the increased risk of a deadly disease called NEC. Defense attorneys say there's no proof that the formula causes the disease. We have continuing coverage of this nationwide case on KSDK.com. To learn more, you can either use the QR code on your screen or go to KSDK.com/formula.
New video tonight showing a Mizzou student wandering and stumbling in downtown Nashville just before he disappeared. Riley Strain was last seen by his fraternity brothers on Friday night after he was kicked out of country singer Luke Bryan's bar. The Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission has launched an investigation into whether the bar overserved the 22-year-old. In an Instagram post, Bryan said he is providing security camera footage to aid in the search and is praying for Riley's safe return. A project to make St. Louis more pedestrian and bicycle friendly just got a big boost from the federal government.
Great Rivers Greenway will use additional funding for a special project in Midtown. And new tonight, Laura Barczewski talked with project leaders and businesses. Laura?
Mike and Kelly, the entire project is called the Brickline Greenway, and this recent boost in funding will go toward a segment of the project building a bridge over the highway connecting the north and south sides of Midtown. The U.S. Department of Transportation has awarded nearly $10 million to Great Rivers Greenway to build a pedestrian and cyclist bridge that will go in between the east and westbound lanes of Interstate 64 in Midtown.
This bridge will be the north-south, east-west connection of the Brickline Greenway, allowing you to go from Fairground to Tower Grove, from Forest Park to the Arch, and hundreds of destinations in between.
The bridge will connect St. Louis University to the Grand Metrolink station, as well as other segments of the larger $245 million Brickline Greenway project.
Given our recent, especially history with pedestrian access, we have thoughtfully designed this for safe pedestrian crossing. So if you're a fast driver, this is going to cause you to slow down. We want everyone to enjoy their experience, and we want people to get out and be safe going to their destinations.
Visitors will also be able to easily go between Midtown attractions like the Foundry and the Armory.
It helps cement, Midtown as the epicenter for the greater St. Louis area.
Something the Armory general manager says they've been looking forward to since opening 15 months ago.
The Greenway is awesome. It'll help us connect with the Foundry. We're 30 yards away from the Foundry right now, but it feels like we're forever away because of the walk. The Greenway will provide easy access to two unique entertainment destinations in Midtown that connect.
They expect to start construction of the Midtown pedestrian bridge in 2027 and hope the entire 14-mile Brickline Greenway will be finished by 2030.
TikTok for TikTok.